Hey, Ken M. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. No sound. Okay. Let me see if I can figure this out. Can you hear me now? All right. All right. Hello, Ken M. Hello, Elizabeth Rojas, my ninja. What's up? We got typical watch. All right. Wow. I am super surprised I figured this out. Super surprised after all this time. I don't think I've touched the laptop since the last time I went live. Wow. Jimbo, what's up, my brother? How y'all doing tonight? All right. So, looks like we are hopefully going to be getting back to normalcy, That's good. Very good. So, definitely didn't expect that unscheduled hiatus, that was for sure. That was. Hey Sharon, how are you? How are you, Sharon? Yeah, I figured it out. So, I figured it out. So, let's see here. Uh, I don't know why I'm getting that, but whatever. Typical watch. I saw three of them watching you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hiker X found two of them. As we know, Mercy is extremely elusive, but she can't hide as easy as Fletch and Carta. You know, she's bright red like me. She stands out like a sore thumb, just like myself. We can't hide very well, so she's a hard one to get a picture of. I think I have one picture of her, and it was definitely by accident. That was when me and Lewis went to the cave, and unfortunately, that picture is locked up in the computer somewhere. And me being computer illiterate and not having anybody to help me recover all those pictures, I cannot share it. So thanks, Sharon. Yeah, I've been waiting for this too. This is absolutely incredible. So I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be here with all of you, and I'm happy that you're all here. Get back to some normalcy, you know what I mean? And go out on Monday and come back on Tuesday and talk about it all, you know? Yes, Ken M, you do have one of her. Yep, yep. I was in this is my wife's laptop, and in the beginning I was using her user and everything to store all of my pictures, and I got this wild hair up my butt just to create another user for the laptop so she can do her thing and I can do mine. And uh, went through OneDrive, and somehow a bunch of the pictures in OneDrive got locked up in OneDrive, and I can't figure out how to get them back to where they were. So I'm gonna have to sit down here someday and mess with all that. So, but supposedly the pictures are still there. I just not capable of figuring it out. So Parkway, what's up, brother? How are you been? You got a lot of snow in your area? Let me see here. I'm just trying to figure some stuff out real quick, that's all. So, yeah, Sharon, I'm sure everyone will figure it out soon enough. And you get a notification and go, what the heck? Rain washed it all away. Ah, it's too bad. Oh, it's too bad, and it's good at the same time, because now you're not dealing with icy roads and everything, and having to shovel snow and all that good stuff that comes with it. So, yeah, it was a great, you know, the whole drive up there, I was just nervous as heck. Walking up, sitting out in front of the entrance into the area and seeing that big plant across the trail, really kind of discouraged me. But as soon as I got in there, all of it went away. It just all went away. It was like I stepped in and I was home. I was where I was supposed to be, when I was supposed to be there. Everything felt just normal. It was the weirdest thing. So hopefully they were all happy. I'm hoping it was a good surprise for them to see me back, and it was great, and it was a good time to go up too, especially after all that rain. And so we got some really good prints, really good prints. Hiker X, man, that one print next to the one I was filming, there's clear toes in it. It's awesome. It's freaking awesome. So that was definitely a Carta print for sure. Absolutely a Carta print. It was Carta and Fletch for sure. Um, really cool. Um, that whistle, I don't remember hearing that whistle when I was out there. Um, but I also heard, Fletch creeping through the bushes like he does, probably doing his army crawl, and which would explain why he wasn't walking around at his spot when I went over there and whistled. It's because he was over over by the buckets going, yes, just gotta wait for the right time to go get the goodies. So, really good time. I'm glad I made it up there. And, yeah, we're gonna get back to some normalcy. Um, I now have funds to get new buckets, and I'm going to be purchasing those buckets tomorrow. Thank you to Linda G. She provided the funds for that. So we're going to be, next time we go up, we're going to be swapping out those buckets. And I was thinking of moving them just because they're so visible. But at the same time, people are just so oblivious up there. They probably haven't noticed them. So, you know, I mean, we've moved those things so many freaking times. I would really hate to have to do it again. So, but hopefully the rain will bring some greenery back to them trees and give some cover for sure. So, that's what I'm hoping. Yeah. Really cool time. Um, I believe I heard Mercy. Woo! Do her little woo. um, you probably see that. I just heard one of them. Just heard one of them, and I'm pretty sure it was Mercy. She's the one that's always woo. So, the whistle, it sounded like it came from Carta's direction, and he may have just been mimicking me. I don't know, but it was a great experience, that's for sure, and I was super happy to be back up there. Um, yeah, so we're gonna get back to normal and everything like that. So glad y'all can make it. Glad y'all can make it. That is for sure. We'll get back to some normal routines, especially after the last couple of years everyone has had. Sharon, I thought I heard her woo. Yeah. Yep. Woo! That would be Mercy. Yep. She's going, woo! Goodies. So, um, if you guys look at one of the pictures that Hiker X found, uh, there's the picture, and then there's the like the round kind of like close up that was there that I kind of just kind of cropped out and blew up. If you look at that picture and go back to the video that says what I've been looking out for or what I've been holding out on, that was Carta. They're almost identical. You could definitely tell they are the same. They are the same. So that was Carta peeking through the bushes. I could hear Fletch off to my right creeping through the bushes. Mercy's in the back doing her woo. The big tall one is Fletch. The big tall Fletch is probably almost 9 feet tall. I would say Carta's probably more closer to the 8 foot, 7.5, 8 foot mark. But Carta is literally like 4 feet wide, 4.5 feet wide at the shoulders. He is that typical picture of big belly, big barrel chested, Sasquatch. Fletch is very muscular, built, slender, very athletic looking. Um, you could definitely tell the difference between their footprints. Mercy, she's she's fluffy. She's fluffy. She has a lot of hair on her. She is bright red, and it's just like a fuzz. It's just a red afro. Um, and she has a lot lighter, like more pale face than Carta and Fletch. So it is a lot harder for her to hide. Jimbo, gonna tread lightly here. Have you used any type of meter such as a tri-field or any IR or UV cams to track them? No, I haven't. I have one of those SLS apps on my phone, and unfortunately, it just doesn't get the distance you need. But I have been wanting to take my FLIR up there because the FLIR does work during the day, and you're not going to hide from that. You know what I mean? So I do want to take my FLIR up there, but the last time I used the FLIR was when I was camping with Sasquatch Omega, and that was the first time I got to use my FLIR, like out in the field in an area where they might be, and there just there's some things the human doesn't need to see. Um, it's it takes some getting used to, knowing that there's something standing behind that tree watching me, especially when you're out at midnight in the woods. It's a little unnerving, but Juanita, what's up? So yeah, I do want to take my FLIR up there. I have a little FLIR Scout that I got from North County Bigfoot, and it works awesome. It works during the day, and let's see if I can adjust this a little bit so that those dang lights aren't blinding y'all. And but yeah, that didn't help, did it? Oh well. So yeah, I want to take my FLIR out there and see what we can get. It takes pictures, it takes video, and I can upload it to YouTube for you guys. That is definitely something I want to do. Tri-field meter, that would be cool. That would be really cool to have, because definitely they put off some energy. I mean, I went there one time and it was just insane with energy. It was just insane with energy. When do you think the next outing is? What do you mean? Normally I go up to that area every Monday, and then I come back on Tuesday to do the live. What is RF? So, Jimbo, you're a fairly new subscriber, right? So, this whole area started by accident. Give you a little backstory. This whole area was purely by accident. I used to race downhill mountain bikes. I was semi-pro, and I have thousands and thousands of hours on my bike logged in up there, but that was before I had the Bigfoot bug. So, I got tired of sitting around one day and said, you know what? I'm going to go up there and go walk around. And that is when I started the local mountain series. And I didn't want to give away the location, but I started calling it Exit 1. So I went and investigated Exit 1, and I found a lot of odd stuff. I heard some odd stuff. And I believe that there's a female living over in Exit 1. Why she's not with the rest of the group, I don't know why. But then I started doing Exit 2, and I was getting right to the end of where Exit 2 meets Exit 1, and I came around a bush, and it's in the video, something growled at me in this area. That is where Fletch was in the bushes, and he growled at me. And then proceeded to make his way back to where he stood up and I did a growl impression of what I just heard just for the video. And little did I know, this is before I used a tripod to hold in my hand. I was actually holding the camera like this so I can keep everything steady and in frame and everything. And of course, when you do that, the world goes from this big to, well, this big, and things get really small. So, uh, upon reviewing the video, I noticed that Fletch, after growling at me, moved back and stood up behind a bush. And when I did my growl impression, he ducked and slowly came back up. I had sent that to, look what I found in my video. I can't believe this, dude. This is shocking. I sent it to Bronzini Bigfoot. And Bronzini Bigfoot came back and said, well, what about the other one that was on your other side? And he sent me that picture of Carda watching all of this go down. And so literally I had one on my right, one on my left, and I had no idea that they were even there. So it was all an accident. And then, yeah, that's how it all started. So, Sharon, did you get a print on the bags of hay they moved by the blue chair? I didn't even look. I didn't even look. It was, we got moved at night, and it rained the next day. So, I mean, I didn't even look. So, hey Heather, how are you doing? Glad to see you here. But this area, I keep the location extremely, extremely under wraps. So, just because of the amount of people that frequent it on a daily basis, and if the word got out that they were there, oh, the consequences would be detrimental to them, absolutely detrimental to them. So I mean, I literally keep it very under wraps. You could ask to go out with me, and I'd say too bad. I wouldn't take you to that spot. They've been there for a very long time. There has never been any problem with humans or dogs. But at the same time, as I've shown and as they have taught me, that, well, humans are pretty oblivious to their surroundings at any given time. So, 90% of them literally walking down the trail like this with their phone in their hand. So, you know, Jimbo, to go back, you talked about your, what's that, likings. What if you could bring mountain biking into your experiences, an electric manual mountain bike with a few action 4 or 5K cams installed? You know what? I would love to get another bike, but unfortunately, a bike of my caliber would cost me about $4,000, because I will destroy everything else. So, and you know, it just, it is what it is. I mean, I'm very happy with the situation right now. I mean, they're not far off the trail. They literally, I mean, literally sit there and just watch people all day long. That's all they do, is they just sit in the bushes and just watch people. Again, it goes back to that old adage, we are their entertainment. And we are their entertainment. We're their education also, because while watching us, they're trying to figure out what we're doing and why we're doing it. And from that, they figure out how to stay undercover. And that it's actually one of the things that they taught me. Um, they taught me a lot about humans. They taught me a lot about humankind. Um, that human are basically oblivious to their surroundings at any given time. Um, and if you don't make noise and don't move, humans don't see you. I've done it dozens of times where I'm literally standing in the middle of the field, right off the trail, just standing there. I mean, I could see the people walking by. And if you don't move, if you don't make noise, they don't see you. So, they've taught me a lot about their culture. I'm sure some of the new people are wondering why I wear my beard cover. It's because of Carta. Carta is very old school. And in the culture of Sasquatch, that is how they identify their elders. Elders have the full beards. Since I have a full beard, it was confusing him. He knows I'm a human, but I have a full beard. So that would, to him, consider me an elder. And that's not the case. So I wear the beard cover out of respect for Carta, and his culture, and his, whatever. So, I saw something here too. Typical. Where was it? I think it was. Typical watch. Do they visit you at your house? Well, it's starting to look that way. It is definitely starting to look that way. Uh, the end of yesterday's video, I showed you the grass bags for the guinea pig cage that were moved over to the blue chair. And then not to mention the dream about the baby Sasquatch. Um, you know, so I'm pretty sure that they know where I live. So I'll tell you what, though, the looks on some of those people's faces when I come climbing through a bush onto the trail out in front of them, wearing my camo backpack and my camo jacket and brown pants and stuff like that, and my beard cover and everything, the look on their faces is priceless. I wish I had a GoPro to get some of. They are literally scared for their life. It's hilarious. And I just go walking by. Hi, how you doing? And they're like, dude, what are you doing coming out of there? It's hilarious. Don't mind me asking. Uh, Jimbo asks, if you don't mind me asking, what is your goal with this subject? I don't have a goal. There is no goal. Like I said, it was all by accident. I just want to learn about them. That's I want to learn about them. I want to learn about their ways. I want to learn about their culture, and they're slow. Card is slowly warming up to me. Um, we had a stint of about, what was it, 4 months, where I had moved the buckets to way deep down in the valley, and nothing happened. Nothing took nothing. The critters didn't get it, and nothing. The buckets stayed full the entire time, and it was because, well, Mercy and Fletch would have had to go through Carta's area to get to the buckets. Um, but once I moved the buckets back to where they are now, everything went back to normal. So that spot is just kind of a neutral area for all of them. You know what I mean? They can all come in without going through someone else's area. They're really big on boundaries, which is why yesterday you saw me walk over to Fletch's, and I said, "Oh, that's the entrance to Fletch's. We don't go that way because I know my boundaries. They're big on boundaries. They're big on respect, and once you start to realize that, they'll start kind of warming up to you. But yeah, I have no goal with the subject. I'm just trying to make friends. That's it. So I have no ulterior motive. I have no, you know, I just want to learn. I just want to learn. So Polly T, good to see ya. How are you? Let's see. I'm smiling. You're here. Jimbo, it's respect. It absolutely. They huge. You guys have no idea how big respect is to them. Especially Carta, because Carta's very old school. Mercy and Fletch are kind of new school. They're willing to kind of blur the lines of that a little bit, but Carta keeps them in control, saying, "No, you can't do that. This is how you have to do it." So, Carta's definitely the alpha. He's the group leader, and then Fletch is the next youngest, and then Mercy is the next youngest after that. Um, but yeah, they have a very structured culture. Um, they have for uh, thousands of years. They've had a very structured culture when it comes to humans, um, and I understand why. I mean, look at what they've seen humans do. Humans are masters of destruction. They bring in the bulldozers. They level everything out. They put these big buildings in concrete up and everything. And war, the Civil War. They saw that. They saw the Civil War. They saw humans killing each other. So it makes sense that yeah, they want to stay away from humans. Um, Jimbo, yeah, SoCal Forest Ninjas at gmail.com. I think if you go to the About section of my channel, it's in there.